Folks, it's a real scream to see these people have their panties in a wad. The establishment freaking out over this Durham report. 300 pages. 300 pages to tell you what I could tell you in one sentence. Hillary Clinton made it up and the FBI ran with it to get Trump. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know, folks. So here are some of the headlines out there. Now, I think the funniest story out there is at MSNBC. It's by Steve Bannon. I'll share that with you here in a moment. But here are some of the headlines out there. Politico, takeaways from the Durham report on the Trump-Russia probe. New York Times, after years of political hype, the Durham inquiry failed to deliver. Wall Street Journal, opinion why the Durham report matters to democracy. Well, Wall Street Journal, we don't live in a democracy. This is a federal or constitutional republic. Fox News, Keith Olbermann demands Jake Tapper resign after CNN host admits that the Durham report exonerates Trump. But let's go over to MSNBC. Because Steve Bannon admits here, yeah, there was some shady things going on between the Hillary Clinton campaign and the FBI, possibly the CIA. But, so it says here, after several years of effort, Durham couldn't find evidence of criminal wrongdoing, but Alabama's far-right senior senator wants unnamed people to go to jail. He's talking about Tommy Tuberville. I'm sorry, but if your name is Tommy Tuberville, I sure as hell ain't going to vote for you. If that doesn't happen, the GOP senator believes the American electorate should be prepared to abandon elections altogether. Now, there's a possibility. Why do we need a presidential election? Why don't we just limit the president's powers strictly to the federal government and leave the rest of the states as it was originally designed? Not to put too fine a point on this, but hysterical reactions like this are utterly bonkers. Okay, so it's utterly bonkers that Hillary Clinton would collude with the FBI. Can we say seditious conspiracy here? Can we say insurrection? Can we say treason? What happened between Hillary Clinton, the Hillary Clinton campaign, the FBI, the CIA? This was worse than 9/11, January 6th, Pearl Harbor, World War II, Korea, the Vietnam War, all combined. Durham was tasked with uncovering criminal misconduct, and he just didn't find anything. That's not a matter of opinion. It's simply the one good faith assessment a fair observer can draw from the prosecutor's written report. Oh, I'm sure there's a lot more that we can draw from this report here. If there were nefarious actors in law enforcement who deserved to, quote unquote, go to jail, the special counsel would have said so. He didn't. Okay, so he didn't mention names here. But he admits in this report, 300 pages again, 300 pages to tell you what I told you in one sentence, that they were colluding with the Hillary Clinton campaign at the FBI. They weren't corroborating any of this, and they just ran with it to get Trump because they all hate Trump. Because he's a threat to the establishment. I didn't vote for Trump, but Trump's an outsider. And they forget it, the FBI, the CIA, Congress, they all forget that they work for us, the American people. Our taxes pay their salary. Now, this is where it gets really good in this article. If Republicans want to argue that some FBI leaders were hasty about launching a specific kind of investigation, we can certainly have that conversation. Well, Mr. Bannon, let's have that conversation. If the argument is that the Bureau got sloppy at times, there's some evidence to bolster the point. Really? When did you find this out, Mr. Bannon? But this was already well documented by Inspector General Michael Howard's findings in 2019, and the Bureau implemented institutional changes soon after. How's it all working out for the FBI? If GOP members of Congress seriously believe the findings represent a lock-em-up moment, that should lead the public to weigh an abandonment of democracy. Again, we are a federal or constitutional republic. I'd only ask them one brief follow-up question. Did you actually read Durham's findings, or are you just going along with what Donald Trump and the Republicans expect you to hear? Come on now, Mr. Bannon. Come on, man. So you admit in this report here, in this article, you admit that Hillary Clinton was colluding with the FBI or whoever it was to go after Trump. And maybe they shouldn't have been involved in this. But now you're going to say it's bonkers. You're going to say we're all crazy. Who are you fooling? So I thought I'd share this with you today. Talk about this. It's just amazing to me that these people, they don't want to admit the truth. It's right in front of them and they don't want to admit it. Or admit to it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. You can also follow me at Instagram, #JasonComposes, because I write music in my spare time. Or you can go to Twitter, Culture Confederacy at CultureConfed1 on Twitter. This is the Culture Confederacy saying peace out, stay safe, everybody. God bless this thing called the United States. And you know how we do it here. This is where the past crashes with the present. I'll catch you next time.